here for part 3 of the Audi build. Just now getting ready to go out to the garage. It is 9 o'clock in the morning. Going to get out there and start working on the Audi. My brother dropped off a present for me yesterday. So glad, so happy he brought it. I'm just waiting on a call from one of the guys in the car club about their engine stand. So let's get out there and start working on the car. Alright, we're out here in the garage now. Let me show you. There's the motor. Sitting off the side. Oh, what's missing? There's the puny little turbo. It's the KO3 053, I think. 035. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get this engine up in the air so I can pull the clutch, and I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning her up real good while she's hanging on the engine hoist. Going on, I'm sorry I got a little ahead of myself. I've already got the garage door all cleaned up, or the garage all cleaned up, and garage door somewhat down. Wanted to have a little bit of light to make this video. Show you what I've done. I didn't get anything cleaned up on the motor. I'll do that on camera for you guys, just to show you guys my method of cleaning the motor up. But I did manage to put some bed liner, spraying bed liner on my frame rails with some flat black paint on the whole inside here. Took everything off, and I got about halfway and I ran out of spray paint, plus I need to take everything off of that side of the frame rail and everything to clean it all up to get it painted. And then put truck bed coating all the inside of the fender and all inside of here. So that's what I've gotten done just the time that I thought I was gonna video. I did video some of it, but I lost some of my footage. I don't know why. This camera likes to delete footage sometimes or corrupt half of a file. So I just want to show you guys real quick on what I've gotten done. I'll pick back up on part 3 tomorrow when I have more time. I just don't have the time today to really pull this motor apart and scrub it down and clean it real good. So I'll do that tomorrow. So what's going to seem like a split second to you is really going to be about 18 hours. Well, kind of stuck. Let me show you. Stripped, 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 stripped. I got 5 flywheel bolts out. That one stripped. I'm about done. About to hang it up. Okay, as you can see, here is the clutch. Here's the clutch here. The disc actually isn't in that bad a shape, other than you can see some stress, fractures in the friction material, but it's really not that bad, other than where I tore it up pretty bad pulling the clutch apart. So, and then you can see the lovely pressure plate. This is why my pedal wasn't so great, because these fingers are actually heat warped. So that's where I lost a lot of my pedal. But the mating surface isn't really that bad, surprisingly. But as you can see, I had to cut it. I cut off the pressure plate, and then good old naive Steve yesterday started and realized this was cast, so he started beating the crap out of it, because that bolt right there was stripped. It's a 12 millimeter 12 point star, or a triple square, and the star inside of it stripped. So we had to beat the crap out of it to bust out all this cast here, so I can get the bolt grip on the end of that nut, or end of that bolt, so I can back it out. I scrubbed this thing down really good. I got this side cleaned up really good. Today I'm going to take I got to go get a wire wheel, and I'm going to wire wheel this thing really good, and I might go ahead and throw a coat of high temp engine paint on the block. I'll leave the head, I'll clean the head up really good. Valve cover I need to pull, but I'm going to get valve cover gasket first, because I'm going to paint the valve cover really good and make it look nice. Same thing with the intake. I'm going to paint the intake. I just got to get intake gaskets for it. I think I'm going to go ahead and run to the auto parts store, grab a wire wheel, and pick up some high temp paint. Alright, I picked up some semi-gloss black for the engine, for the block. Picked up some more flat black for engine compartment. I picked up the high gloss black and high gloss white for the intake and valve cover. And I picked up my valve cover gaskets. Or intake gaskets, I should say. And a wire wheel. Let's get to it, guys. And I'm back. Here we go. Okay. So, by the best I might get it with the wire wheel. So, really I might just go ahead and throw a coat of paint on it. There's really not much else I can do. So I'm going to mask off a lot of the stuff, and I'll get back to you guys in a little bit. What's going on? I'm sorry. It's been about a week or so since I shot the last clip in part 3, in this part of the build. That's just due to I went back to work, and just really haven't had a whole lot of time to really do much of anything. So anyways, I'm gonna run out there. I'll show you guys what I've got done so far, and give you guys a little bit of an update on what's going on here in the world of TT boosted adventures. Alright, of course, as soon as I come out here, my neighbor's leaf blowing. So let me just kind of go around the engine. I'll show you what all I've done so far. Block painted, motor mount, lower timing belt covered, the accessory bracket, upper timing belt covered, valve cover, and the intake. And as you guys can see, I did put an Audi emblem right there on the intake. It didn't turn out quite like I wanted it, but it looks kind of cool, so that's all that matters. I also have on the driver's side done for the engine compartment, and the frame rails I just haven't done in the wheel well just yet. So the next thing I'm going to do today, maybe tomorrow, depends on the kind of time that I've got, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get my suspension jack back up, get it all bolted back up into place, and get my transmission up into place and get it bolted back up to the motor mount. And from there, I'm just waiting on turbo. It's the only thing I've got to wait on. I got to get a turbo for it, and I'll show you the turbo real quick. Here is the turbo. It is the KO3 Here, let me see if you guys can read it. It is the KO3-035 made by KKK Turbos. So, that's the old turbo. Wastegate shot. So it was actually unhooked when I started pulling all my vacuum hoses off. It was actually unhooked already, so wastegate shot. That's where my boost leak was coming from. The actuator's actually open just a hair, so there's a boost leak. Naive Steve and I, aka Steven and I, have kind of come to a kind of a mutual agreement to deleting the back seat. Less cost on getting the seats redone, and this way kind of a weight reduction. So, and the back seats really have no use. I really don't have a use for the back seats in this car. There's no point in having them. Might as well go ahead and get rid of them. So, I might get that in part 4. I'll see you in part 4. Part 4 of the video, I may go ahead and start mocking up the back bumper and get the back seats out and stuff. Start mocking up the back bumper.